Oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139. Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. So many other formulations out there contain toxic ingredients, synthetic additives, and even GMOs. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Now is the time to secure Ancient Defense for you and your family. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
Using unparalleled research in the development of a synergistic formulation based around the key concepts of super oxygenation, the next level in cleansing is here. With key ingredients backed by real clinical studies, the new Oxy Powder, available through InfoWars Life, was invented during Dr. Group's research on the toxification of our bodies. Many herbal colon cleansers are harsh on the body and contain cheap and potentially dangerous ingredients, oftentimes full of synthetic fillers, GMOs, additives, or worse. Gently start cleaning your body with easy capsules that start working while you sleep. Oxy Powder does not require time off work, and there's no need for bad-tasting concoctions. Instead, Oxy Powder slowly releases monoatomic oxygen into the intestinal tract and body. Experience the astonishing cleansing power of superoxide and ozonide technology. Go to InfoWarsLife.com or InfoWarsStore.com to get started with Oxy Powder, or call 1-888-253-3139.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show. Defending the Republic from enemies, foreign and domestic. It's Alex Jones.
Final segment on this Sunday broadcast. We'll be back tomorrow live, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central. Please tell your friends and family about the broadcast. The establishment wouldn't be trying to come in and shut down talk radio and free speech if we weren't effective. We have to find that fighting spirit to not be slaves and resist and promote free will. And I want to finish up with this push towards global war, destabilization by these different special interests. But then, Joel, you talk about at the bottom of this rat hole, or rabbit hole, really is the devil. And even if somebody's an atheist out there and doesn't believe in the devil, the archetype of the devil, I mean, I believe in a physical, entity, but the archetype is real in history. And we've lost our Skype feed. You join us by phone now. So let's hit war at the end here in about 10 minutes. Let's now get into this. It's so clear now, the attack on the family, the attack on children, the attack on decency, just the attack on private property, that this is a totalitarian spirit, and that where we're being led is somewhere so horrible. And I see in this attack on free will the system going after the false omnipresence of computers, the things of the internet, the surveillance grid, autonomous drones, the rushing towards all that. So I'm talking drones, computers, the mark of the beast, to buy and sell, feminism, the Jezebel spirit. You've got the floor. Speak on this for 5, 6, 7 minutes. Joel Skousen.
Well, thanks, Alex. It's really a war on judgment. Everything in liberty requires judgment. It requires sorting out between good and evil, competent and incompetent. And all political correctness, feminism, anti-discrimination laws, which are all the swoon now within politics, this is all a war against judgment. And that's what we're seeing happening. It actually becomes a threat to free markets in general when you cannot judge. It will become a threat to all business entities when you cannot, in fact, make good decisions where you have to have a certain quota of women on the board, for example. Nothing wrong with competent women but you're not going to find the same percentage of competent women in the workforce as you have men, because men are still the breadwinner in our society, and they'd like to change that, of course. They'd like to automate child care as well as, the automation of the automobile. And of course, with automation comes tracking, and that's a very important point, is that everything that is computerized and automated is also tracked. So it's like in feminism, for example, The Guardian came out yesterday with a major piece criticizing feminism because they have become, according to The Guardian, elitist in the sense that they're only concerned about the high-profile, elite, wealthy jobs for women, the showcase for women, which shows they're not really interested in women as a whole. Otherwise, they'd be worried more about the common labor view of having, low-paid women in the service industry.
Sure, it's an elitism. It's women that want to be the leaders of women.
And a lot of them want to be leaders over men, too. They want a subservience. But, it's like communism. It's like socialism. They talk about egalitarianism. They talk about the proletariat. But, Putin is the wealthiest guy in the world now.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. It delivers total top-down centralization. Feminism is wrecking women. Every metric shows it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, absolutely true. And it's supreme hypocrisy to have, communist leaders with all the trappings of wealth. Even during the Soviet era, the communist leaders had anything they wanted from Western luxury goods, could bypass all the restrictions coming in, and that's still true today. And, feminists do want the top, most notoriety jobs. They don't even care really about the common person at the common level and what they make. But going back to the fact that, one of our greatest threats today is anti-discrimination laws, because anti-discrimination is anti-judgment. To discriminate is to judge. To judge is a fundamental right. You cannot have liberty in this world without unrestricted ability to make judgments on your own private property.
Well, that's like saying which restaurant you want to eat at. It's who has the better food. I've noticed political correctness is a war on language, communication, discernment, and choice. Yes. Indeed.
In fact, in the state of Utah, they just got this big new bill trying to have both religious liberty and anti-discrimination laws. I mean, and this is sponsored by conservatives thinking that they're going to placate the gay and lesbian agenda by giving them anti-discrimination, yet giving lip service to religious rights. But in fact, if you, you may have religious rights as a church, but if you as an individual member of a church don't have the right to discriminate about who you will let into your home, who you will bake a cake for, as has recently been a high-profile, of course, you don't have liberty. You don't have liberty if you don't have freedom of judgment and choice on your own property.
And notice it's only Christians that aren't allowed to have the choice. If the Muslims don't want to take off their headdresses at the airport, they don't have to. or the Satanists, it's only Christians that are being targeted.
Absolutely. And it's not because Obama is a Muslim. I don't think Obama is religious, period. I think he plays the Christian role when he wants to. He plays the Muslim role when he wants to. He was a former Marxist, but he's a globalist puppet right now, does what he's told, and is following a very, very real agenda. It's a very complex social engineering agenda that we're dealing with. They do want the destruction of the family. They do want the destruction of judgment, because judgment is the way that the free market compensates against these regulations and rules, which put people into boxes, into classes. They talk about, classes. The worst class society that is created is the animal farm society, the society that socialists create.
Exactly. It's all the opposite. They claim they're trying to get rid of race. All they do is hype it. All they do is put you in a group.
That's right, and they don't allow you to escape by judgment, by even on your own property, which is where you supposedly are free. It should be free to discriminate. I don't discriminate by race, but I do defend a person's ability to do so because it's a fundamental right, just as I would defend a person's ability to say anything on his own property that he wants to. Because once you allow government to come in and start to dictate what someone can or cannot do on their own property that isn't affecting anyone else's fundamental rights, then you've really lost a major freedom. And it is not a fundamental right to have a right to a job. The job right lies exclusively with the employer.
Sure.
Who owns the property, who owns the money. It's his job to give. It isn't a right.
Well, I mean, it'd be like the Amish. If I showed up, and I'm kind of, Baptist background, I demand to be an Amish, and I don't adopt their system, they don't have to let me in anyways. I can't make them. I can't go to some black-owned jazz bar that's all black-owned and black employees and say, you're going to give me a job or I'm going to sue you. But I really could, and it's just fundamentally wrong. It's a fraud. I should have to adopt the practices and ideas of a group if I want to join it. That's fundamental freedom.
Absolutely. And ultimately, going to our end point is that people continue to resist the restrictions on judgment and discrimination. They tend to look for ways out, just as people keep looking for ways out of these globalist controls. And that's why eventually they'll give us war, because war justifies all kinds of government strongholds. I mean, the economy goes down in a war. There are shortages, so they have the power to dictate what happens in the markets and the society. But they're also in this next war going to dictate to us all types of social engineering rules. I think we're going to get it in spades.
Well, Joel Skousen, editor of WorldAffairsBrief.com, I've got to say this. I've interviewed thousands of people. I've been on air 20 years. You are a true wise man, because I study stuff 16 hours a day. And very few other people I can get on who have deep knowledge. Basically, any subject I curveball at you really have the deep knowledge, and I want and teach me something every time you're on. I want to invite you to come on with us every few weeks for an hour if you can do it. I know you're busy doing all your other operations, to cover just different random sectors of things so that people can see how it all ties together. Because when you pull back from it, you see the master design and you see God's design, but then in there like a cancer, you see the devil's design. And I think if we can get people to see the big picture like you and others do, and I do to a certain extent, we could break this trance. What do you say?
I would love to, Alex. It's just great to talk about big picture areas, the ultimate view of philosophy of where they're going, where we're going, what's God's role in this, what's Satan's role. Love to do it, Alex.
Amazing. We got about 45 seconds left. Other points you'd like to make in closing?
Let's see.
It comes down to the individual taking action and getting their heart right, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. We're not, we really have a problem in the sense that when, good people, Christians especially, have difficulty seeing wolves in sheep clothing, we are surrounded by people who are lying to us, who wear the conservative cloak. And so, people have to start listening to conscience. Conscience is what warns us when someone's deceiving us.
So in closing, it's the spirit. Joel Skousen, thank you so much. I'm Alex Jones signing off. Sold out for weeks due to the difficult and extensive proprietary process behind its creation. The exclusive InfoWars Life Secret 12 formulation is now back in stock. This ultra-clean vitamin B12 nutraceutical has been carefully crafted and developed over the last 2 years and is based on cellular science of how your body actively absorbs essential nutrients. Most forms of vitamin B12 are highly processed and synthetic and could not be properly absorbed by the body. Secret 12 is a binary of nutramedical grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12, methylcobalamin, the same kind used in B12 injections, and adenosylcobalamin, the most bioactive form that has been created with our proprietary process. Secret 12 is taken by mouth, right on the tongue, and then swallowed. No needles, no injections. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Discover the secret. Secret 12. Supplies of Secret 12 are very limited. Secure yours today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. For all of recorded history, civilizations around the world praised the health benefits of silver. At InfoWars Life, our mission is to bring you the highest quality, purest, cleanest, effective colloidal silver on the market today for the lowest price available. You don't have to be a doctor to know. The fall and winter months are the most dangerous time of year in North America when it comes to you and your family's health. InfoWarsLife.com is very excited to announce our biggest run yet of Silver Bullet Colloidal Silver, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Now, InfoWarsLife.com has taken colloidal silver to the next level using a cutting-edge technique that is free of toxic artificial additives. Now more than ever, it's important to stock up on high-quality Silver Bullet from InfoWarsLife.com. No survival chest is complete without Silver Bullet. Secure your Silver Bullet today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Silver Bullet.